I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we've got two teams who come in with identical records on the season. It's the Raiders going up against the Dolphins. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 6 matchup.
Larry, thank you. The renovations, they have certainly transformed this place as EA Sports welcomes you to beautiful Miami, Florida. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Oakland Raiders and the Miami Dolphins. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Carr to throw on second down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Down to about the 22 here. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe it's something they can build on as this game continues.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Here we go now. Green 39.
He'll send Landry in motion right. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm, You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So
under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
On second down, here's Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one complete to Julius Thomas. 13 yards there on the pickup. And that's good for a Miami first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now after the INT, it's Carr. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon. You may not have picked up a first down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
Carr to throw on second down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And Mr. Cooper, Amari, a headliner in this offensive unit.
Brandon, it's rare that you get guys so polished coming out of college. But Amari Cooper has carried himself like a pro probably since he was 6 years old. He is a terrific talent.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's third down for this offense. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he finds Cook. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
To throw, it's Carr. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Raiders add on to their lead. A try here for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Looking to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. A great read, and it's picked off. And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
Throwing on first down is Carr. He's going to float this one deep right side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawks. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Now it's the backup Tannehill. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And last time, one play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. Great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. On second down, here's Carr. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Rolling to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Play fake to Ajayi. It's Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The tight end, Julius Thomas, the intended target. And now it's third down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And throw right side complete to Parker. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. So on now is the Miami punter, Matt Darr, to kick this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Now a hit and a loose football. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. All right, here we go. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And he'll sling that one in there, complete to Cooper on the comebacker. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Amari Cooper, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone, throwing it, You had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Carl try it again on second down. That's caught at the 2. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Their dangerous wide receiver on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the lead is now an even 30. And the Raiders are pouring it on. Is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. He takes this for 3 to the 29. A host of Raiders in on the tackle.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. One receiver to the left is Cooper. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And complete right side to Cook. It's a gain of 24 that time. And the Raiders are going to have a first and goal. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's taking it right down Broadway. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Short throw pick-6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position and throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
But depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on third down. Throwing now is Carr. And he comes back with one complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. So on fourth down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. We'll come back to Miami after this. This will be taken at the 10. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and now it's second down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Shreds the tackle, and he is going to lose yardage here. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They send Stills in motion. Third and long, it's Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right? Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Second and 10. Tannehill once more. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's third down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bruce Irvin in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be fourth down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Carr to throw on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And got his man complete. 30, 20, 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. 99 yards. And the silver and black continue to roll. Now the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Now it's Tannehill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Carr now to throw, and that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target, and it's second down.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando. He's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. To throw is Tannehill. And throw right side complete to Parker. A good pick up there of 20 yards. first down following that long gain. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Back to throw, Tannehill being chased out left. Looking left side, and it's complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And some room to roam now. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A wall of Dolphins, and there are lots of them there to make the stop.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, with that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run, combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet. Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
The play clock's running down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
To throw, it's Carr. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down. Not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit. Because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Bruce Irvin in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. To throw on second down is Tannehill. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
They'll come out in the pistol. 3rd and long, it's Tannehill. Finding time. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Raiders will take possession. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Come on, let's go!
And he's got room. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a two tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the two tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see two tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Play clock winding down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key to tight end.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package.
Yeah.
6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
They'll come out in the pistol. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. But that was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. A sea of Dolphins there that time in on the tackle.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Now Carr. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
Move under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Tannehill now to throw. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. 17 yards on the pickup. And that's going to lead to a third down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he finds Stills, complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They try the corner route there, Charles, and it works to perfection.
Boy, that's hard on a defensive back because if you get any faker move to the inside, you have to respect it.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss. Here's Tannehill now on second down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bruce Irvin in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
Out of the gun now on third down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Here's Matt Darr now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he's going to let it go deep. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they'll get him down right about the 20. A gain of 3, second down.
Pardon me, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency to do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on third down. Throwing his car on third down. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. Give him credit for batting it away, but unable to come up with the interception. And sometimes that joke does come true. Guys are on defense for a reason. Maybe their hands aren't quite as skillful as the guys on offense. Get a lot of credit on that play for just knocking it away.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward. Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Buying time to his left. And the Raiders, and he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Third and long, it's Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And now it's fourth down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Turn it up. Turn this thing up.
One last throw here for Tannehill. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Why were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Raiders, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Miami, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami.